My favorite way to cook a chicken breast. Nothing more than that. Okay, and an amazing jalapeno cream sauce to go along with it. But that's it. My wife Kelly, sometimes into a sandwich, but always extra is made just to be cut, put in a Tupperware thing to eat from. We start with a couple chicken breasts. And here's the thing about a chicken breast when it comes to cooking. It can be a little difficult because there's a thick side and there's a thin side. Look down here, right? Thin. If you cook it, thin side is perfect. The thick side is undercooked and will kill you. Maybe not kill you, but you know what I mean. So, what's the answer, Sam? You might be asking right now. The answer is you level the chicken playing field by doing this. We take the chicken breast, we put it in this Ziploc bag. At this point, we add only one thing, and that's a little bit of oil. I'm using avocado oil there, a little both sides. And then we get most of the air out. Screw it up. Now it's time to flatten. So situated nicely in the bag, we grab a very important item, in this case, a bottle of Kentucky whiskey, hold it like this in your hand, and begin to whack at the chicken, thereby flattening it from thick to an even thinness. This. Look, use whatever you want. Hello? Use whatever you want. You could use a bottle of vodka if that's your thing, a bottle of gin, anything heavy. You could actually use one of those mallets that they make for this, but I always have some kind of bottle around that's heavy enough that I like to use a bottle. It's one less thing I have to store. And here's the important part. It doesn't matter how thick or thin you make this. What matters only is that it's an even thickness. So it cooks the same all the way. And when you have it where you think it's the same thickness, you open the bag, take out the chicken, and you put it on a plate. Nice and evenly flat. So now I know there's a few questions being asked out there. Number one, Sam, what about these little bits of fat that are on here? You can take them off if you want. I don't really give a shit about them. They're small, they're insignificant. Would we say fat means flavor? I'm not wearing a fat means flavor shirt. And wearing your style, if you like it. No big deal. But somebody will say for sure, you didn't wash the chicken. You don't wash chicken. Unless you're gonna eat it raw, you shouldn't do that. Here's what happens. When you take chicken in the sink under that stream of water, all you're doing is splashing the chicken bacteria grossness around the sink, out on the counter. You don't need that. If you're gonna cook the chicken, and I'm pretty certain you are, the heat of the pan, the oven, the grill, whatever you're using is gonna take care of any of that badness. No need to wash chicken. No need to wash turkey. Same thing, just more splattering because the fucker's huge. The water's gonna go everywhere. Got it? You've taken a piece of chicken that looked like this, made it look like this. Everything even all the way across. Put it on a plate. We're going to do this other one, then we'll see. Oh, and by the way, the oil at this point is not about flavoring anything. It's merely to keep the chicken breast from shredding because it's sticking to the bag. So the oil helps it lubricate, and when you pound on it, it spreads, it doesn't just tear. I know some good old boy out there is going, what the hell is he doing to that whiskey? Well, hold on, Jethro, that's going to go away in a second. All will be fine and completely drinkable. And by the way, in between the time that I was holding the chicken breast like this, and then I switched and then I went to the tongs and that, I think my hand is. You don't see everything. Though we are thinking about shooting a behind the scenes, a BTS, if you will, let you see the nonsense that goes on as we get ready for this. Okay? Plenty of nonsense. Right, Max? Oh, yeah. Now we're set, right? We've got our chicken. We're ready. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give it a little bit more of the oil. We're going to season only with kosher salt and pepper. And then because these just came out of the fridge and I don't like to cook chicken cold, we're just going to leave it like this for 15 minutes or so. We can start eating the grill, but we're also going to make this little jalapeno cream sauce that we can serve this with that. So what's great about this is just everything goes into a blender, processor, or a bullet. That I've not made it in this before, and I hope this is big enough. It should be simple. First ingredient is going to be a can of jalapenos. It's 4 ounces. We open. I don't want the juice. We'll give that a quick drain. Sink. And then in go the jalapenos. We need about a half a cup of yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, non-fat. Like, you don't realize this, but I'm making you healthy by using chicken for a start, and now non-fat Greek yogurt. You're gonna love me for this. I forgot the garlic. So 4 cloves of garlic, if they're regulation size cloves, but I've got 2 giant monsters here, so I'm just gonna use these 2 guys and then one smaller. And the best way to get the paper off the outside is just take the side of the knife, flat, little hit, breaks it. Juice of 1 lime. Squeeze that. A little salt and pepper. And about 3/4 of a cup of cilantro. Our lid goes on. And we're ready. Look at how cool that is though. Jalapenos, garlic, yogurt, and then in it goes. And we blend. Look, they're still on top. Come on, fellas. I know this is a certain death that you might want to.
Mission success.
20-ish seconds. Jalapeno cream sauce. Do you have a little taste? And by the way, a whole lot easier to clean than a processor. Check this out. Right? It's beautiful. The color's gorgeous. Look at here. And we taste. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so the clearly there's lots of jalapeno, but it's not overwhelming. But don't forget, I'm just having a spoonful of it. It's not on a piece of chicken. It's not in a sandwich. It's not mixed with anything. When you start to mix it and add all that other stuff, the heat comes down. If it's too much heat for you, you know that right off the bat. I'm telling you, the flavor is so good.
Hey, what is up, Flav City family? It's Bobby, and welcome to the first ever Bobby's Kitchen Basics. Today, we're going to cover all things chicken breast. I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate juicy, delicious chicken breast, and I'm going to show you what you guys are doing wrong, because I've seen plenty of bad techniques out there, and we're going to get you hooked up on the right track, and we're going to cook chicken breast 3 ways: in the pan, in the oven, and poached in water. So before we get rocking, hook me up and subscribe to my channel. We are rocking out new videos every single week, and I want you guys to join the Flav City community. All right, in front of me, as you can see, I have 2 chicken breasts. One of these things is not like the other, and this is the one right here. Look at this big fat hunker of a chicken breast. You cannot cook it. It hasn't been pumped full of hormones, and I don't call it the Incredible Hulk of chicken breast, and it's much easier to cook evenly without overcooking. So, if you don't mind spending a little more money, ditch the traditional one that's pumped full of hormones. It just is. Go for the organic one because it has a lot more flavor and the texture is better. But if you look on the back side, it still has this chicken tender right here. So the first thing we're going to do is grab a cutting board. We're going to cut that tender away. That way it cooks more evenly. So go ahead and slice off the chicken tender. Save this for later because that piece is really juicy and tender. And then to flatten out the chicken breast and make it more manageable to cook, I'm going to put a layer of plastic wrap down over a cutting board, lay down the chicken breast, and then put another layer of plastic wrap on top. Now, you could use to pound this thin.
That's not ideal.
Most of you guys don't have that, so a rolling pin will do the job just fine. The goal here is to pound down and out. You don't want to pound just down because you can tear a hole in the chicken breast. By pounding the chicken breast thinner, it's going to cook quicker and more evenly, and that's really the only way you can make a juicy, not overcooked chicken breast. All right, that looks good. Take a look at the chicken breast. See, it kind of is missing that hump now, right? It's more even, and it's going to cook a lot more evenly, so that is perfect. Now, chicken needs love in the flavor department, so season it with a generous pinch of salt and a few cracks of pepper, and do that on both sides. I know you think it looks like a little too much salt, but trust me, it'll make the chicken breast taste more chicken. Mistakes people make when cooking chicken breast is cooking whole chicken crust on the chicken and it's gonna cook unevenly. So allow this to sit at room temperature for 20 minutes. If you put a spice rub on there, some kind of marinade, 20 minutes is a great time for that marinade to really go to work.
Oh, come on, Jamal.
Another thing I want to talk about.
Wow, I can't believe that, man.
It's like Americana, even though this is a French one. But you will get the best sear, the best crust on your chicken if you use hot cast iron. Can you use non-stick? Of course you can. It's just not going to have quite as beautiful as a crust as the cast iron. Now, I will put links down below in the description box for the ones that I use. But regardless, you have to preheat your pan for 2 minutes over medium-high heat. You really have to give it the time for the temperature to come up. Then, once I drizzle the oil into the pan, I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. You can also use avocado oil or rapeseed oil. And once that oil goes in the pan, swirl the pan so the oil coats it completely. And then give it 30 seconds. I want that oil to heat up. Hot pan, hot oil, hot crusty chicken. That's what we want. All right, once the oil starts to shimmer a little bit like that, go in with the chicken breast. And that's what you want to hear. You want it to sizzle and start cooking immediately. Tip number 2 that people always do wrong, they start to poke and prod the chicken as soon as it goes in the pan. If you do that, you're going to ruin the sear on the chicken. So just leave it alone. Let it do its thing for 4 minutes and the crust is going to be ridiculous. After 4 minutes, take a look at the side of the chicken breast. See how it's kind of white and kind of opaque in color? It pretty much means it's halfway done. So let's flip the chicken. Oh, yes. Did I not tell you guys? That golden brown crust is just so darn tasty. And remember, we're only going to flip it once. So that was 4 minutes on the first side. We're going to do 3 minutes on the second side. If you poke the chicken, you can kind of tell when it's done, right? It's firm, but has a little give left.
He's got one of
I'm going to take it out of the
things
pan. Look at that, you guys. Come on. Both sides are golden and sizzly. And move it to a clean platter. All right, this brings us to another chicken tip that you guys might be doing wrong. When chicken comes out of the pan, it has to rest for 5 minutes before you cut into it. Why? Well, think about it. It just came out of a hot pan. The juices inside of this chicken right now are boiling. If I cut into this chicken, the juices are going to run out and it's going to go dry. Chicken breast already tends to be dry and has no fat, so you're not doing it a disservice, or you're doing it a disservice by cutting it. So let it rest for 5 minutes. It will not get cold. If you want to cover it with plastic wrap, you can. In the meantime, you may have seen me using the splatter guard while cooking. Oil splatters out of the pan all the time. I use these in all my videos. It helps with the cleanup to make it a lot easier. If you don't have all right, let's slice up that chicken breast. Oh, this is perfect. It's so juicy. The knife goes through it so easily, and look at that. Have you ever seen such a juicy chicken breast? It's moist, it's perfectly cooked, and that is not overcooked at all, my friends. All right, finally, that is what a chicken breast should be. Gone are the days of dry, overcooked chicken. It's seasoned perfectly, and that crust on there. Have you had a chicken breast that juicy before? See, this is
a while, not for a long time.
Okay, maybe mom used to make something like that, right? Now, if you're wondering how to know when it's done, I'll show you with the oven technique how to use a probe thermometer. But I have so many healthy meal prep recipes featuring chicken breast. You can check out my creamy chicken and mushroom meal prep, my fennel spice chicken breast with cream spinach. I have a chicken stir fry with marinated chicken breast and low carb veggie noodle salad. I also have spice crusted chicken breast with wild rice superfood veggie salad. I have so many options to hook you up. You better hurry up before Brandon eats all of it. All right, next up we're gonna do the oven baked technique for a perfect chicken breast. I'm preheating the oven to 450 degrees. Drizzle over some olive oil on the chicken breast. Rub it around on both sides. And then once again, give it a nice liberal pinch of salt. And then for some additional flavor, I'm gonna sprinkle over some smoked paprika and some cumin powder, and then rub that around. Help it kind of create a nice crust over the chicken. Flip it over, and then do a little more salt, some smoked paprika, and some cumin. Give it one more Swedish massage, and then transfer that to...
Alright, we went down.
A lot of recipes I see online say cook chicken breast to 165 degrees. Well, yeah, go ahead and do that if you want dry, overcooked chicken breast. The final temperature of chicken should be 160, which means you should pull it from the oven, the pan, the poaching liquid at 155 degrees because there's something called carryover heat. The juices are boiling inside, like I said before. When you take it out of the oven or the pan, it keeps cooking another 5 degrees. So if you pull it at 160 or 165, it's going to overcook. How do I know what 155 is? Invest $12 in a probe thermometer. I'm going to stick this in the chicken in the oven after about 13 or 14 minutes and pull it when it exactly gets to 155. So after about 10 minutes, let's go into the oven and insert that probe thermometer into the deepest part of the chicken breast. And then close the oven back up, attach the probe to the housing, and then see what it does. It has the internal temperature on the left-hand side, and I have the target temperature on the right-hand side. So I'll set an alarm, and it'll tell me exactly when it hits 155. All right, now, so it's 155. It's going to carry over to 160, but leave that probe thermometer in there. Because what happens? Just a hole in there. Juices inside are boiling once again. All the juices will come out through that little hole. It'll be like the old faithful geyser of chicken breast. So plug it back in, let it rest for 3 to 5 minutes, and you can see in the meantime, the temperature will carry over to like once you're going through it, like a hot knife through butter. And look at that. The chicken is perfectly juicy. It's not overcooked, and the juices are just streaming out of that. It's seasoned perfectly, and that crust on there. Also use avocado oil and rapeseed oil, and once that oil goes in the pan, swirl the pan so the oil coats it completely, and then give it 30 seconds. I want that oil to heat up. Hot pan, hot oil, hot crusty chicken. That's what we want. All right, once the oil starts to shimmer a little bit like that, go in with the chicken breast, and that's what you want to hear. You want it to sizzle and start cooking immediately. Tip number 2 that people always do wrong, they start to poke and prod the chicken as soon as it goes in the pan.
Right.
If you do that, you're going to ruin the sear on the chicken. So just leave it alone. Let it do its thing for 4 minutes, and the crust is going to be ridiculous. After 4 minutes, take a look at the side of the chicken breast. See how it's kind of white and kind of opaque in color? It pretty much means it's halfway done. So let's flip the chicken. Oh, yes. Did I not tell you guys? That golden brown crust is just so darn tasty. And remember, we're only going to flip it once. So that was 4 minutes on the first side. We're going to do 3 minutes on the second side. If you poke the chicken, you can kind of tell when it's done, right? It's firm, but has a little give left. And then I'm going to take it out of the pan. But look at that, you guys. Come on, both sides are golden and sizzly. And then move it to a clean platter. All right, this brings us to another chicken tip that you guys might be doing wrong. When chicken comes out of the pan, it has to rest for 5 minutes before you cut into it. Why? Well, think about it. It just came out of a hot pan. The juices inside of this chicken right now are boiling. If I cut into this chicken, the juices are going to run out and it's going to go dry. Chicken breast already tends to be dry and has no fat, so you're not doing it a disservice. Or you're doing it a disservice by cutting it. In the meantime, you may have seen me using the splatter guard while cooking. Oil splatters out of the pan all the time. I use these in all my videos. It helps with the cleanup and make it a lot easier. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it. Check it out in the description box below. All right, let's slice up that chicken breast. Oh, this is perfect. It's so juicy. The knife goes through it so easily, and look at that. Have you ever seen such a juicy chicken breast? It's moist, it's perfectly cooked, and that is not overcooked at all. All right, finally. That is what a chicken breast should be. Gone are the days of dry, overcooked chicken. It's seasoned perfectly, and that crust on there. Have you had a chicken breast that juicy before? See, this is a one, not for a long. Okay, maybe mom used to make something like that, right? Now, if you're wondering how to know when it's done, I'll show you with the oven technique how to use a probe thermometer. But I have so many healthy meal prep recipes. Got my creamy chicken and mushroom meal prep. My apple spice chicken breast with cream salad. I also have spice crusted chicken breast with wild rice superfood veggie salad. I have so many options to hook you up. You better hurry up before Brandon eats all of it. All right, next up we're going to do the oven baked technique for a perfect chicken breast. I'm preheating the oven to 450 degrees. Drizzle over some olive oil on the chicken breast. Rub it around on both sides. And then once again, Give it a nice liberal pinch of salt. Then for some additional flavor, I'm going to sprinkle over some smoked paprika and some cumin powder, and then rub that around. Help it kind of create a nice crust over the chicken. Flip it over, and then do a little more salt, some smoked paprika, and some cumin. Give it one more Swedish massage, and then transfer that to the oven for 15 minutes. All right, now things get a little trickier in the oven because I can't really press it like I did in the pan, and I don't want to overcook the chicken. So a lot of recipes I see online say cook chicken breast to 165 degrees. Well, yeah, go ahead and do that if you want dry, overcooked chicken breast. The final temperature of chicken should be 160, which means you should pull it from the oven, the pan, the poaching liquid at 155 degrees because there's something called carryover heat. The juices are boiling inside, like I said before. When you take it out of the oven or the pan, it keeps cooking another 5 degrees. So if you pull it at 160 or 165, it's going to overcook. How do I know what? Thermometer. I'm going to stick this after about 30 minutes. The deepest part of the chicken breast, and then close the oven back up. Inside are boiling once again. All the juices will come out through that little hole. It'll be like the old faithful geyser of chicken breast. So plug it back in, let it rest for 3 to 5 minutes, and you can see in the meantime the temperature will carry over to like 160-ish, 165. Good to go. Let's remove the probe thermometer and then slice up that chicken breast. Oh man, the knife is going through it like a hot knife through butter. And look at that. Chicken is perfectly juicy. It's not overcooked, and the juices are just... Make chicken. It's about as juicy as they get. Those spices like the smoked paprika and the cumin, they're banging on top. You have to give this a little love in the flavor department. But it's perfectly cooked. Now the last method is... kosher salt. And then go ahead and add your chicken breasts. Whack the heat on to medium-high. Bring the water to just a simmer, and then right away lower it to kind of medium-low heat. All right, if you're boiling this mixture, you're gonna overcook the chicken. If you're simmering the mixture, you're gonna overcook the chicken. The poach is so gentle. It's a very, very delicate technique, and you wanna keep it nice and low without bubbles. That way the inside of the chicken cooks roughly at the same time as the outside. So if you don't monitor your heat, it's gonna be tough. So keep an eye on that for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, let's get the chicken breast out of the poaching liquid.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. I didn't look at the score.
Never mind. It's pumped with chemicals and MSG and really bad stuff. Poach your own chicken or roast your own chicken. I have a curry chicken salad recipe. that feature chicken breast and yummy, yummy meal prep recipes. They're streaming below me right now. But I will see you soon. Hashtag keep on. That people always do wrong. They start to poke and prod the chicken as soon as it goes in the pan. If you do that, you're going to ruin the sear on the chicken. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, take a look at the side of the chicken breast. See how I tell you guys, that golden brown crust is so darn tasty. And remember, we're only going to flip it once. 4 minutes on the first side. See me using the splatter guard while cooking. Oil splatters out of the pan all the time. I use these in all my videos. It helps with the cleanup to make it a lot easier. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it. Check it out in the description box below. All right, let's slice up that chicken breast. Oh, this is perfect. It's so juicy. The knife goes through it so easily, and look at that. Super. Alright, next up we're going to do olive oil on the chicken breast. Rub it around on both sides. Once again, flip it over. Really press. If you want dry, overcooked chicken breast, the final temperature of chicken should be How do I know what 155 is? Invest $12 in a pro thermometer. I gotta stick this in. 10 minutes, go into the oven and insert that pro thermometer. Are boiling once again, all the juices will come out through that little hole. It'll be like the old faithful geyser of chicken breast. So, like, temperature won't carry over to like 165. make a juicy poached chicken breast, I have a pan of cold water here. You have to start with cold water because you want the chicken breast. So, I'm going to place this water in ingredients like fresh sage, fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, 11 slices, a couple cloves of smashed garlic, black peppercorn, 1 basil, and a piece of kosher salt. Go ahead and add your chicken. Whack the heat on to medium-high. Bring the water to just a simmer. Right away, all right, if you're boiling this mixture, very, very delicate technique. That way inside same time at the out. If you don't want to carry heat, keep an eye on that for about 10 minutes. Press out of the switch. And if you want to be 100, roast them out. Let them rest once they get 5 minutes. Easy, really juicy, perfectly cooked, and all those yummy aromatic flavors going right into the chicken. Alright, let's try this poached chicken out. Brandon's a little scared of the white meat chicken here. Look,
It's not that I'm scared, it's that I'm scared. And no offense, I like seasoning. So,
you have to confront your fears head on here.
yeah, here we go, I guess.
No. This poached chicken is perfect for a chicken salad. Never buy rotisserie chicken from the store. It's pumped with chemicals and MSG and really bad stuff. Poach your own chicken or roast your own chicken. I have a curry chicken salad recipe. I have a keto chicken salad recipe. I have oven roasted chicken salad recipe. Now, this is, to be honest, the least favorite of my 3 preparations. It doesn't have the crust. It doesn't have the seasoning. It doesn't have that crusty crust on there. But either way, you guys now have the knowledge to make the perfect juicy chicken breast 3 ways. Never ever overcook a chicken breast because you have the tools and techniques to do it. We kind of demystified some popular things that people do wrong with them. So all the recipes and techniques are down below in the description box. If you have a request for upcoming Bobby's Kitchen Essentials and Basics, leave a comment, let us know. Subscribe to our channel. Share this video if you want to see 2 more recipes that feature chicken breast and yummy, yummy meal prep recipes. They're streaming below me right now. But I will see you soon. Hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love. Peace.
Mission success.
That's no, that's not, oh wow, that's a serious ass whooping. Come on, come on!
Mission failed.
Why I didn't get no? Okay, that's my fault. Miss Langston,
Yeah.
how you doing, girl?
My roommate just came and got the last of her shit.
Woohoo! Right on.
Out.
Wait.
Out.
Right. Right on.
Yeah, I'm just in here sleeping.
Trying to get it together now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. Okay. Peace. Oh shit, there's one. Ah. Fuck. What the hell?
Mission success.
All right, y'all. This is it. Been playing with this dude, Mims, baby. Or this girl, whoever, whatever, this person. We've been holding it down. I lost one, I think. Maybe two. At least 110. We rolling. They surrounded me. Wonder if these guys are communicating on their mics. I don't think so, though. Alright, here we go. NightWind1967 broadcasting live from Baja California. Oops.
Mission success.
One more? Alright, one more. One more. I gotta go cook. Make me some lunch. Breakfast, lunch. Brunch! Oh, excuse me. Okay. There you go. Frack. Oh.
Message is alert PA drivers do not pay your next car insurance bill until you use their UHTTPS://left.
Mission success.
Alright, this is the last one. I gotta go eat and do my stuff. I'll come back a little later. Thank y'all for watching, all the participants. C Conan, CTZ, Mims Baby, Callus Coos. Hey, what's up? Peace out. Let me see what my score is before I leave though. 4 kills, 1 death, 14 assists. Hey, you know, rocket. Alright, y'all. I'll let y'all later. Peace out.